Let's talk about net zero. You've seen it everywhere. Net zero by 2050. Net zero commitment. Net zero coffee shop. At this point, baka even my shampoo bottle has the word net zero written on it na. And when everything claims to be net zero, it becomes so easy to assume. Ay, basta plant a tree, net zero na yan. But here's the thing. Net zero is not a marketing slogan. It's a scientific and operational goal, and it's a tough one. And today, we are breaking down what it really means, why it matters, and how even a small business can start working toward it without feeling overwhelmed. Okay, let's define this clearly once and for all. Net zero means one, you reduce your emissions as much as possible, and two, you balance whatever is left by removing carbon from the atmosphere. So it's 2 point definition. It's not just remove everything by planting trees, or it's not just, oh, tara, let's just offset. It's like this. Imagine your house is flooding. You cannot start by getting a towel. You turn off the faucet first. So you have to turn off the cause of the flooding, and then you clean up what's left. Net zero works the same way. Turn off the emissions faucet first, then clean up the leftover emissions. Now, the biggest confusion, people think offsets equals net zero. No, offsets is step three, not step one. And let's be honest, some companies use offsets like a band aid. Oh, here's a forest, pero you ignore the smoke behind us. Offsets are fine when they're used correctly, but real net zero requires cutting emissions deep, usually 50 to 90%, before offsetting the rest. And yes, I know that sounds intense, but this is why net zero is a journey and not a sticker you print on packaging. So let's bring this down to earth. Why should a small business, an online seller, or even a freelancer care about net zero? Because climate change doesn't care about job titles. And the impact hits businesses every single day. Energy costs, they go up during extreme heat months. If you're running an office, a store, or even just working from home, you feel it for sure. Deliveries, floods delay shipments, customers cancel, logistics companies adjust pricing, and employee health, heat makes productivity drop. People get dehydrated faster, and air quality affects absenteeism. These are real daily problems, and going net zero, even slowly, helps reduce these risks. Plus, let's be practical. Customers now choose brands that care. Businesses with sustainability strategies close more deals, and the regulators, especially here in the Philippines, are slowly tightening environmental rules. So we have now EPR law, climate reporting, waste management, all these tie together. So whether you like it or not, the world is moving toward net zero. So it's better to start early while it's still simple and achievable. Okay, so how do you actually start? Here's a simple roadmap that any business can follow. Step one, measure. You cannot reduce what you don't measure. So you have to track your electricity, your fuel consumption, your waste, your business travel, water use. Even a basic logbook is better than nothing. And if you want something easier, we have a carbon emissions calculator. The link is below. It will compute your emissions for you, no math trauma needed. Step two, reduce. Start with the low-hanging fruit. So, kagaya ng sinasabi ko lagi, shift to LED lights. Go paperless. Optimize aircon settings. Use energy efficient appliances, reduce unnecessary deliveries, and buy local to cut transport emissions. Small changes add up. Right. One LED bulb saves around 90% energy versus an incandescent. Multiply that across your business, huge savings. Step 3. Offset responsibly. After reducing what you can, then you turn to offsets. Choose verified carbon projects. So we have mangrove restoration, reforestation, renewable energy. If a project sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. So you always have to check certification. Step 4. Report and improve. This is where transparency matters. Show your progress even if it's not perfect. You can say, here's our baseline. Here's what we have reduced so far. Here's what we have set. And here's our next step. That honesty builds trust. And let me put on my lawyer hat for a second. Good intentions don't count unless they are documented. Sustainability is the same. So you have to track it, report it, and then improve it. Real net zero looks like this: a cafe switching to solar and composting coffee grounds, a logistics company using e bikes to reduce fuel consumption, a tech startup reducing digital waste and cooling costs, a small online shop reusing packaging and offering refill options. Net zero isn't about perfection, it's about direction. Committing to a path where your business becomes more resilient, more efficient, and more responsible. Net zero isn't the finish line, it's a long term commitment. But the earlier you start, the easier it becomes. If you want help figuring out your baseline, again, you can check out our carbon emissions calculator. The link is below. And if you want more breakdowns like this, subscribe to Root and Ripple, your guide to smarter, more sustainable business. So I hope to see you again next week. Thank you. Bye.